Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Crash Cinnamon. Today we'll be talking about a issue or a situation that is quite sensitive, and it might take. Bear with me as I unpack it, basically, because it's something I've been thinking about for a very long time, and also interacting with some of my colleagues and friends. I've realized it's a running theme. It's a situation that we face as human beings in terms of relationships, and today it's mainly about the family setup. And have you ever been, or have you ever had a friend, or do you know anyone who is like the go-to person in their family? They seem to have it all together. They're the person who organizes the events for the family. If it's a birthday, presents, whatever, they're there. Anything for the family. If it's a sibling who needs help with this, they'll be there. It could be the parent or the sibling who's the go-to person. And most of the time, I've realized the go-to person burns out. They have their own internal wars as well, but who do they turn to? And I've also realized that most of the go-to people, the people who are the ones who are holding down the family, or probably supporting every single person in the family, when it comes to their time, when they need that support, no one is there in the family to offer them support. And it's funny, it's ridiculous really, that we've become those kind of human beings whereby you make conclusions, say, oh, it's okay, she always has it together, or he always has it together, they'll figure it out, they always find a solution. And you don't take the time to actually analyze and say, okay, this person, my sibling, my mom, my dad, my relative, is always needing this. So this is their time. Probably they need to move house. How can I help them? How can I be of service to them? Even before they ask me, how can I, do something nice for them? Why do you have to wait for, something huge so that you can show your love and gratitude? For example, like now, if someone dies, you write a tribute on social media and all these kind of things, but really when you were relating when they were alive, you are not present. Let me put that word. So I've been thinking about that for a long time, and I've wondered why this happens in family setup. Why do we allow this? Because it's a bad behavior. It's really a selfish behavior. And you're the go-to person, the person who's really willing to support the family. You come from a good place. It's about really, you understand, family is about holding each other. It's about being there for each other. So why do you allow to be treated less when you treat others as kings and queens, and how they're supposed to be treated? Why do you allow it? Why do you excuse the bad behavior that is within the family setup? Why do you do that? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of backlash? Are you just tired, or you're like, let me just get on with it? Or you're just worried, there'll be a paradigm shift? What is the situation? I've been trying to interrogate this because I've gone through this as well, and it's one of the things when you're trying to even have a logic conversation with your family member, and you're trying to show them, okay, listen, this time round I'm not standing for this, and they don't seem to get it. They don't seem to understand that you also have a breaking point. You also have a boundary you can't cross. And as I've grown older, actually, I've realized it's better to be honest and real, because we're only here for technically 70 summers. If you added more, great. But technically the allotted time we have on earth is 70 summers, so it's a very short time to be not present, being selfish and not supporting each other. So I just wanted to reflect on that. Today is a short punchy so to say episode, and I want us to reflect. If you know somebody in your family setup and you haven't been really there for them, and even if you think you really haven't reached that place where you've made an impact, just because you got them a gift on Christmas or birthday, it doesn't count. When they've taken care of your kids, they've done so much for you, or they helped you that time you were sick in the hospital, and they took time off work and they stayed with you, they helped clean and stuff. It's not a tit for tat situation, don't get me wrong, but there's room for reciprocity, there's room for support, there's room for partnership, even in families. Okay, we are not doing something so you receive something else, but we can't all be receiving and the other person is not receiving. I hope you understand. There has to be a balance. Yeah, love is action. Love is action. So if you love your sibling, if you love your parent, or you love whoever you consider your family, then you will show up for them, you will support them. Okay, thank you for listening to this episode of Crush Cinnamon. Thank you for all the feedback you've been giving. Yes, let's continue sharing the episodes and giving the feedback. Speak next time in the next episode of Crush Cinnamon.